Thank you so much for tuning into the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Stash Cash. Hey, how you doing, hun?
What's up, Jay? How's everything?
Everything is going good.
Hey, okay. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here with you this time around.
I know, right? Yeah, so we about to get into these 20 questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's get into it.
All right. So, question number one. What makes you feel fragile?
What makes me feel fragile? What makes me feel weak? What makes me feel weak? Oh man. Um, Not being in a space where I feel like I'm able to like provide for my family financially. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. Even body wise, like I'm big on going to the gym. If I'm sick, technically, I
Yeah.
feel weak. You know, things like that. Like that's what makes me feel weak, or even like not having a plan, feeling like I'm living not in my purpose. If I ever get, because there was times when I was in a space where I feel like, what is it I'm gonna do with myself? You feel me? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have no plan. I didn't have no idea of what I wanted to do. So those is vulnerable moments for me that made me feel like I was weak.
I feel that. I feel like a lot of people, especially men, would feel that way.
Right.
All right. So, question number two. Have you ever found yourself at the wrong place at the right time? And if you did, what happened?
Have I ever found myself at the wrong place at the right time? Yes, actually, it was this time when I had went to this networking event. For those who don't know, I'm a rapper, so I was going to like these networking events to meet up with different artists and everything like that. And I came across this person who he was doing interviews with other people, and I was like intrigued because he had this camera. So I was like, yo, like how much you pay for your camera, things like that. Like I was intrigued with like the media side of things, and then he was telling me like, yeah, like as an artist, you should have a camera. At that
Mm-hmm.
time, of course, I'm thinking, being that I'm a rapper, I'm like, I don't need no camera. But I took his advice. I went and bought a camera, and me buying that camera eventually led me into becoming a content creator and
Mm.
doing what I do now, which is make YouTube videos. I feel like if I was never at that space at that time, I would have never had the camera. I would have never thought about creating content. We wouldn't be here talking on live right now.
Oh, wow. That actually kind of runs into one question that I did have. The question that I had that kind of sounds similar to what you had just explained was,
Mm.
when was the moment you wanted to start YouTube, and when was the moment you actually started?
See, yeah, that's crazy. So the moment I wanted to start YouTube was around that time, like not too far from it, but it was around that time. It was a time where actually I felt like, okay, being that I'm hitting a certain age, I didn't want to continue pursuing a rap career because I feel like at a certain age, rappers should just, take it easy if they don't hit a certain spot. So I was thinking
Hmm.
to myself, I'm like, what is it I can do next? And it was around that time where I felt like, now was the time to start creating content and, branding off.
I feel that.
Hmm.
Hey, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I am here with Stash Cash. Please
What's
make
up,
sure
y'all?
to go and check out his content. Please make sure to subscribe and show him some love, okay?
Yes, yes.
So, the next question that I have here for you is, how do you feel about society today?
How I feel about society today. I feel like it's unfair. I feel like it's a lot of people confused too. Like I feel like, especially with men and women, I feel like it's a lot of gender wars going on. I feel like um it's like that's a conversation we'd talk. It'll get deep into. I just feel like things is like we women is fighting to like everything to be equal, but a lot of times they don't understand what it takes to really be a man. You feel me? And then when it's time to like really step up and play the role of being a man, it's like they either it's they change. It's like I it's I can't even explain it, but I just feel like things is unfair in the world right now.
Mm. Okay, so my next question for you here is, what makes you feel alive?
Creating, inspiring, you feel me? Motivating people to keep pushing, keep moving forward. I have a lot of friends, I have siblings, I have people that like look up to me and be like, yo, Stash, what you doing is like dope. We appreciate it. Like asking me how is it they could tap into what it is I'm doing. Things like that make me feel good. It make me feel alive. It makes me not only appreciate them, but it makes me appreciate what it is I'm doing. And
Hmm.
that's the best way I could say it makes me feel alive. And also being a dad too, because I am a
Yeah.
father. You feel what I'm saying? So being
Hmm.
a dad is definitely something that makes me feel alive.
I feel that. Yeah, I know a lot of people sometimes aren't on like the right path, or they're not doing certain things to really set them in stone when it comes to life. But I feel like some people, when they have children, that's when
Hmm.
they feel like they can start living, because they probably wasn't motivated or didn't have any motivation on what they had going on. And when they have children, they feel like there's something that they're fighting to live for. You know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
pushing themselves because they have somebody that they have to, feed and take care of and all of that. And over time, it makes them become a better person, a stronger person.
A
So
hundred
yeah.
percent. And to even
Hmm.
dive in a little bit more into that, like it's funny you say that because I was a young parent. My son would be 13 in 2 weeks, but I had my son when I was 17. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, it was hard for me to get a job. It was hard for me to like do so. I was still in school myself. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like when I found out I was about to be a dad, it was like, all right, it's time to turn it up. Like me as a kid,
Yeah.
having a kid, it was like, all right, I gotta do what I gotta do because it's not just about me no more. I gotta make sure I'm situated for him. So
Hmm.
that's definitely a fact.
Yeah, especially with him. Like, yeah, and look at that. Black Dad I Can. He has a lot of great content on basically telling a lot of black dads how to like prepare yourself to be a dad, and how all things dad. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like that's what he speaks on. Kind of like a mentor for new dads in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that Black Dad I
Black
Can?
Dad I Can. Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely tap into his page.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
subscribe
Yeah,
to his
he's
channel.
amazing. He's amazing.
Shout outs to you, Black Dad I Can.
Okay. So the next question I have for you here is, how do you think the world thinks about black men?
That goes into I feel like we're not respected the way we should be. Um, I feel like the odds is stacked against us as always have been. I feel like what I mean? Even in society, like since day one, I feel like the world was just meant it wasn't meant for us to win, but we always found a way to make it happen. And even in today's climate, with things changing as far as with the women, you feel me, coming together. It's like everybody is against us. I feel like everybody is against us. And us as men, we don't really complain about it because it's like, you feel me, we men. So it's like we just handle it the best way we know how to handle it. But as far as with women, it's like right now y'all sticking together, y'all uh 50-50. Everything is like, even in
Mm.
comments, like I notice like when we speak about certain things, it'd be a million women in the comments talking about how much they don't agree or whatever with certain things. But
Mhm.
men you won't really hear men under comments, talking about, what's not fair and what's not right. And honestly, a lot of times we always get the short end of the stick, believe it or not. So I feel like things for
Yeah.
men are just not fair, unfortunately.
I can
Black men.
understand. I can understand. I really can. Okay. So my next question that I have for you here is, you made a video on your YouTube page called "Do Men Hate Women?" What's your
Mhm.
stand on that?
I feel like yeah, like cause I do see a lot of posts where women be saying they feel like we hate them, where in reality is just a misunderstanding. I feel like women should learn how to understand men more. You feel me? I feel like even with men, I feel like it's a part of it's our job to understand women. You feel me? Feel what I'm saying? Like I don't know if we could like curse over, but that's how we could get the poom. You feel me? It's like we gotta understand y'all in a way to make y'all feel comfortable, to make y'all feel a certain type of way. But I feel like, with a reverse, women don't really take their time out to really understand men, and to answer that question, it's like they often feel like, you know, we don't appreciate them, or we talk down on them, but that's not really the case. It's just we come from a standpoint of like understand where we coming from, or and if you want to, wear our shoes, like wear it without complaining. Like I just posted a post where it was this female. She was like, what she said? She said something in regards of dating down. You feel me? Because she's making more money, she don't want to date down. You feel what I'm saying? Where for men, like you won't hear a man saying we don't ever want to date down. You feel me? It's like if we making the most money, it's like we gonna do what we have to do to provide, and we make it work. It's like once women make a certain amount of money or they're in position, we look down upon it. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you. I definitely
Mhm.
do. So Trish said, and vice versa, as far as what you're saying. And
Mhm.
Bacon Made Easy said, communication is keys for both parties.
Absolutely, that's a fact. I agree.
Mhm. So the next question that I have here for you is, if you was an animal, what would you be?
If I was if I was an animal, what would I be? Yeah, why the first thing that came to my mind was a dog.
Nah.
That's crazy, but I won't be a dog. That's mad. It's just that was the first thing that came to my mind. But if I was an animal, what would I be? I really don't know. I never thought about being an animal before. What would you be? Let me see if I could get a
If I
question.
was an animal, I have actually been asked that question before. If I was an animal, I would be the president's dog.
The president's dog?
Hmm.
Wow. Why would you be the president's dog? What's
Because I'm gonna be treated like royalty.
Bacon made easy said, really? Listen, I never thought about it before. Don't come for me. I never thought about that question. I really don't know what I would be, like what animal I would be.
Trish says she'll be a butterfly. I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Because with butterflies, they start off as a caterpillar, so they like. Oh, never mind. I guess you said a lion. I think butterflies are beautiful. I like the fact that they actually like change in life, and I don't know that may possibly. I mean, I guess a moth, but as far as butterflies go, I think it's beautiful how they actually go through like changes in their life, and I think that's so like dope.
It is dope.
Hmm.
Butterfly
Oh,
isn't an
butterfly isn't
animal,
an
so
animal, so
blind.
a lion. Okay. All right. So the next question that I have for you here is, there was a law that was recently passed.
Mhm.
The law said whoever is paying the child support gets to declare that child or children on their taxes. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that don't really bother me. Like I pay child support actually, but I feel like who said it in the comments earlier? Somebody said communication is key. I don't know who it was.
I think that
But
was Bacon Made Easy.
yeah, like I feel like even like depending on the circumstances, like, you know, that's circumstantial. Like if the kid is with me, like not for nothing, my son is with me a lot, but I still pay child support because I know it's certain things his mother may need help with or whatever the case may be. So I don't really pay attention to that. That's nothing that really affects me. Like if I could provide and I have it, then I can make it happen. But I see a lot of people on there that is upset about that. But I feel like there's nothing to be upset about.
Hmm.
I
So
actually feel
Kenneth
I actually
said,
feel like I actually feel like child support is a good thing.
I think it's a good thing too. I think it's
I,
most definitely a good thing because the two of y'all did what y'all needed to do to make this child. So if you guys are going to be like apart, I feel like if someone isn't going to be, I think the main reason why, well, I can't even say the main reason why because I can't speak for every woman. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their own reasons. Some people do it out of spite. Some people do it because they really do need the help. But
Mm,
I do believe that if you're not going to be in the household and there's like no communication, then child support should be like an absolute. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Because it shouldn't just rely on one person. They didn't bring them into this world by themselves. But
Right. So before we even
mhm.
get like just to dive into that, like for example, like with my situation, me and my son mom, we not together no more. But when my son was younger, I remember her always saying things like basically telling me the things that he need. And I would tell her, I said, because I'm not in the house, like I don't know what he needs. So just call and tell me what he needs, and I get it. You feel me? That used to piss her off. So you know, what I mean, we both decided it's like, all right, cool. So, but get the child support. That way, you feel me? Whatever it is you need, you don't have to ask me. You could just use that money and make it happen like that. And then that eliminated all that type of situation. So I feel like depending on the circumstances, child support could definitely be helpful.
I feel that. So, Kenneth said the whole point of child support is to provide money to support for your kids. The
Mm,
person paying the support is not the one who is taking care of the kids. So, I don't agree with that law. And he also stated that the law is supposed to give a tax break to the parent who is actually caring for the child, not the one giving the money. Oh, wow. You know, I didn't actually know that.
mm.
Yeah, that's that's actually wow.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a
Mm-hmm.
good take.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I have here Stashcast. Please make sure to go over to his page, like and subscribe. Check out his videos and his content. Hopefully, you will be able to, find something that you'll be into. And I'm hoping this interview will allow you to get a chance to know him better.
Yes, yes.
So,
Thank you, Jay.
you're welcome, hon. The next question that I have for you is in our last interview, you said that you were a red pill. When did you decide to make that decision?
Once I noticed, like once I got old enough and started noticing how certain females move, not all, you feel me? But I noticed there is a lot of women out here that be trying to take advantage of men that be wanting to have their cake and eat it. Tables is turned. They don't.
Oh, I wonder what happened. Are you guys still able to hear me and see me? Ooh. Oh, dang. Oh, okay, he's back.
I'm back. My, my
Yeah,
my camera just did something funny. I'm sorry about that.
you're fine. Okay, so did you finish answering your question? I don't know.
I don't know if you heard my answer again. You could ask it again. I answer the question again.
Okay, so the question that I had asked you was you said that you were a red pill. What
Mhm.
made you make that decision?
Yeah, like I stated, I said when I noticed that certain females be trying to take advantage, not all, but certain, and I noticed that women be trying to have their cake and eat it too, which is not fair. You feel what I'm saying? And basically, I have a son, so it's like I be also teaching them like when you get older, don't let these type of women take advantage of you. You feel what I'm saying? Know the ones that's really like you and the ones that's using you for your money. The ones that just want to use you for like your resources or wherever you at in life. So it was I say probably like a year ago. That's when I really started paying attention to like how certain women be moving when it comes to certain situations and with men with and certain financial statuses and things like that.
Yeah, honestly, I agree with that. I do honestly think that some females out here do make it a bit more difficult for men to feel like they're not being taken advantage of when you're approaching, like if a girl was approaching a guy, I feel
Mhm.
like they have more of like a hard stance on thinking, oh, you probably want something because nowadays that's kind of how it's been going. You know,
Right,
it's more so of if you ask me out on a date, you got to take me to dinner. Like you got to
right.
feed me. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a get to know me kind of thing.
Thing.
So, yeah.
And not to cut you off, and it's not even just about like it's nothing to take a woman out on a date, but it's like these
Yeah, but
days,
it's more so it's nothing to do that. It's nothing to do that. But it's more so on like just more so of like it just comes off depending on the female and how they be, because
hmm
some females literally will hit you up and you probably been in their DMs and like hitting them up on their phone, been
hmm
wanting to hit them up, and they probably finally hit you up because they want to go to a
something,
restaurant, not that they into you.
and
You
then
know,
they want
like
an
I
expensive
I like
restaurant at that.
experience a lot of females that I do know that, well, not like no, but know of that do
Mm,
things like that I don't like. And when things like that happen over and over, it kind of leaves an impression on a guy. Like that can kind of change a mindset, you know, and it also makes it different for a girl that doesn't have that type of way about her. When it comes to men, I feel like it's more of a, I don't know, like a standoffish type of thing. I feel like if everyone was just like more like real, things would be different. You know what I'm saying?
100%, a hundred
Yeah.
percent.
So Fake It Made Easy said, as a woman, some of our women do unnecessary or moments, make unnecessary moments. Yeah. And let me see. I'm with Ken. What did Ken say? Ken said, I think it's nice to finally have a man on the channel. No disrespect, but it gives more of a broad range of appeal to the audience. Yes, I agree for sure. So Kenneth also said down here, it costs a lot of money to take someone out on a date. It's not $20 anymore. Try starting at $60. I'm not cheap, but most of when my first dates don't end in anything, why spend
Why
all that
spend all that
money?
money? And
Mm-hmm.
then, and it's so crazy because even these days, you take a woman out on a $60 date, they'd be like, "Oh, that's it? Like that's what you?" It's crazy. It is crazy. They be like, even $60 don't be enough. They'll look at the
I
man
don't
like,
know. I definitely get what you're saying because I know the type of like woman that you would be speaking of. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't know because I feel like that's why I kind of be to myself sometimes because I like to. I don't know, child. I just
I love when
don't.
you say that. You be like, "Child."
When I say child, it's a lot. I just feel like a lot of things that happen in this day and age kind of gives like mixed feelings and mixed emotions about everything and just kind of makes everything a bit harder because it's like your last relationship left this impression on you, and now because of like somewhat of trauma, people carry trauma with them, and this person may not even be that type of way, but because of what you had just went through, you have your guards up. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So yeah, and that's vice versa on that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So Black Dad I Can said, um, and what kind of behavior from those kind of women is um diabolical behavior?
Oh, and that kind of behavior from those kind of women is diabolical behavior. That's a fact.
Hmm.
They be going crazy. That's crazy behavior.
Yeah. And Bacon May Easy said, first impression is key. Most times flags are given on both parties. Yeah. And Kenneth said to Bacon May Easy, I was just going to say that 100% agreed. Yeah. Homeboy Trish said, from a male's perspective, what are the expectations after the $60 date?
After the $60, it depend on the vibe. I'm not going. It's always cool. Like not for nothing. Like it's always cool if you go on a date and then a woman decides to like, go home and give you something. That's cool. But it's not expected. You feel me? Like if I'm really vibing with with shorty or whatever the case may be, and she's cool and she didn't come off as doing too much or bougie. Like I don't mind spending $60 on a date. Like that's really like the movie. If I take her to the movie ticket is $30, y'all. So $60 is not nothing, but it's just more of like the expectation of the woman. Like, you feel me? And then the way they be talking when they expectations is not met, like, oh, you a bum ass nigga because you took me on a $60 date. Like, that's how they be talking. A lot of these females be talking. So that's what I mean about that. But I don't for like after certain dates, like if we talking about a $60 date, is nothing to be expected, especially if the vibe is right. Like, so
Yeah. Hi, Taisha. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I have here Stash Pass. Please make sure to go and check out his page. Please give him a subscribe and see what he's all about, okay? So, Kenneth said, in my opinion, the best way to have a first date is to meet up for coffee. Coffee shops give you a chance to talk more instead of forcing onto money aspects.
that's a fact.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, like, coffee shops won't know because I don't drink coffee and all that type of stuff. So and he's actually correct within that type of vibe. If we could find something where it's like a little mini shop where we could talk or something like that, that'd definitely be dope. But once
Yeah.
again, as men, I'm sure men won't mind doing that. You feel me? Like,
I
is
don't think they would either.
like men,
Yeah.
well, we would do that all day in America. Like, all right, cool. You want to go to a coffee shop? We could talk. Like, we would actually probably look at a female different. Like, all right, cool. She's not, you know, after my money, or she's really trying to get to know me. Let a woman tell me she want me to take her out to a coffee shop. You know what I mean? I might just make her my girlfriend that day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's a fact.
So Trish said, I'm only asking because someone stated it ended in nothing. I'm wondering where it's supposed to go. I would think a second date or so on.
Oh, she talking about the $60 date.
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, so even everything, it may not work. Like, if you guys went on a date and he paid $60 and the vibe wasn't there, everything is not meant to go somewhere. You feel me? But
Hmm.
you know what I mean? That's where I determines on a conversation. Like I said, like $60 is not that's not a lot. You feel me? Like, but if you was going on a date with a man and you wanted to go somewhere crazy, it's one or two things. It's either you're bugging, we not going, or we going half and half. You pay for yours and I'm paying for mine, and we get to know each other like that. But if it's something that's like a $30, $60 date and the man is pursuing you and he's really feeling you, I'm sure he's not gonna mind paying that and taking you out to get to know you.
Yeah. So some places that Trish had recommended was a park or fishing or I guess like outdoor
Outdoor
activities.
activities, yeah.
Hmm.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah. I think that's dope too. I like going on walks, or even if you was to do something that was like for like exercise, like climbing a mountain, like Stone Mountain or anything like that.
I'd be
But
scared to
I
death.
feel I don't know. At the same time, like I said, it depends on the female. Cause me, I don't just like randomly date. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more so of someone that loves to be in the presence of someone that is a strong like thinker and really like just I don't even know how to really explain it. I just know what I know. But I know like I see flags and I avoid them. I'm not the type to like try to figure things out. I already see red flags and I go the other way because I already know what's up.
Right.
It's very obvious, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, I think just like meeting up, like Trish said, at certain places like that is something that you could
Every-
do if you was really interested. And I don't like wasting my time. So I wouldn't want to like deal with somebody if I knew I wasn't really into you. It doesn't make no sense to me. Because I wouldn't
Right.
want you calling my phone. You're not
Right.
gonna call my phone. You're probably just gonna have my IG at that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So Black Dad I can said the intention should be to get to know each other, not yelling. You're funny. But trying to what? Oh, hold on. This chat is moving, child. But trying to punctuate keywords. If that is the intention of both parties, money won't be as important. Um hmm, what? Especially for the first date. And then Kenneth said, but let's throw this into the mix. Do Black women tend to look at money spent on them differently than other races? I'm white, and I believe all women tend to care more about the money aspect. I believe that is somewhat of true when it comes to that, especially in this day and age, because money has like so much to do with everything that's going on. You know, so many people are going through so many things, and nobody wants to kind of get with someone that can't help them out at the same time. So I do feel some women, tend to want to make sure that you have something to be able to, be coming if you
Or
coming at them, you
right.
know.
I agree.
Yeah.
My fault, Jay. I'm trying to get my phone together. It's about to die, so I put it on the charger.
Ain't no scrubs. TLC, you're funny. No, you're fine. But thank you guys so much for being here. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I'm here with Stash Cash. Please make sure to go and subscribe and check him out, you guys. So, the next question that I
Yes.
have for you here is, what would you do if you had $1 million?
First, pay all my bills. You feel me? I pay all my bills, or all the taxes that I owe. You feel what I'm saying? And invest, like invest. And if I had $1 million, I'd listen, man. I'd just be doing a lot of investing because I don't know. I just feel like it'd be investing and paying and catching up on all my expenses
I
and
feel
building
that.
for whatever it is I have for the next generation I got coming after me, which is
Hmm.
my son and his future kids and things like that.
Yeah, I would do the same for sure. Okay, so the next question I have for you here is, if you could be invisible, what would be the first thing you would do and why?
If I could be invisible, what would be the first thing I would do?
Hmm.
I'd probably go into them politicians' offices and see what they talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
see what they got going on. You feel me? If I could go past them, you know how what you call them UFOs, them gates that they don't let you pass, cause they
Oh, like out there past
yeah, like
what
I go
what is
out there
it?
to, cause I
Is it
feel
in
like there's
Antarctica?
aliens.
Like past in them
Yeah,
areas off Antarctica?
fact, I want to see what's going on, why we can't go past there and things like that. Like places
I've
where I
always
feel like
wanted to know that, and that has a lot to do with a lot of people being around Earth or a flat Earth, like theory kind of thing.
mm,
Which one are you, by the way?
as far as the what
If you think the Earth is round or if you think it's flat,
I think it's round.
you think it's round?
I think it's round. Yeah, I think it spins. Like I think it is what it is. I think it is what we see.
Hmm.
You think it's flat?
I'm honestly not too sure, but like when I research like certain things, it kind of comes off to me as maybe that's why we can't go too far north or can't go too far south. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like all those different type of things. It makes me think like there's something that they're hiding.
Right.
Like it's
Area
so.
51. Kenneth said it. Yeah, that's a fact. That's the
Hmm.
name of it. Area 51.
Not a fly on the wall. What? That is so funny. Okay, so the next question that I have for you here is, if you can go back and change something in history, what would it be and why?
If I could go back and change something in time and history,
Hmm.
I don't believe in changing anything because I feel like I appreciate where we at now. You feel me? I feel like if I was to go back and switch something, it's always going to be a problem. Like I go back and switch something, and something is going to be wrong. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't switch. I wouldn't change anything. I feel like that's not right. I don't feel like you should do that. And I do think it is possible to do that too. That's the funny thing. I think it is time travelers. I do believe in aliens. I do believe in all those type of things. But I feel like, nothing in the past should be changed.
Hmm.
The butterfly
Kenneth
effect.
said
Yo,
the
I ain't
butterfly
gonna lie.
effect. Yeah.
Kenneth, he on it.
Oh,
Like,
no, no, let me tell you, Kenneth
Kenneth
is
is on it.
extremely smart. Like, I'm talking about smart. Like, Kenneth got a brain on him, child. I ain't gonna hold you.
He
Yeah.
answering all like he know what I mean. What like he like, yo, this is the butterfly
Mm-hmm.
effect. This area 51. Like, yeah. Facts,
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth. Shout outs to him.
Oh yeah, and the Benjamin Button effect. Yeah, all of that. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I would.
So
I feel like I wouldn't change anything.
I feel that. You're welcome. So the next question I have for you here is, what would you say no to?
It's a lot of things I say no to. Like, is it, do I gotta? Is it any options like in regards to what?
Like, I would say more so of like, hmm, I guess it would be more. Oh, Supreme, hey.
Shout out to Supreme. What's good, Supreme?
I was thinking more so on like the line of like just kind of almost anything. Like, what would you say no to? That's the thing
All
that
right,
I
so
see
I
you with
say,
the show.
like even like I stated earlier, like it's certain. Like I was a rapper. You feel me? I am a rapper. I still consider myself a musician. If it was a certain deal that a label was offering me, I would say no. If it ain't correct, contract purposes or anything doing this, sell my soul. Or I won't sell my soul for any type of money. Um, yeah, it's like if I don't like you, you feel me, or if I feel like you don't support me, or if somebody asks me for a certain amount of money, and it's like, why you asking me for no, no, like it's a lot of things. It's so many that
Yeah.
like I
No,
would
there's a
say
lot of
no
things
to.
that I'll say no to as well, honestly. But
You feel
yeah.
me?
Thank you guys so much for being in the building on the live. This is 20 Questions with Jay, and I'm here with Stash Cash. Please
Yes,
make sure to
sir.
go and check out his page and give him a subscribe and see what's up with him, okay?
Yo,
So the
Jay,
next
you good
question.
with this? Shout outs to you, Jay. We gotta
Oh, you're
take a
welcome,
time out
honey.
and shout outs to Jay because
Thank
she
you.
is she fluent with this.
I know. So I know, already said, period. So the next question I have here for you is, if your mom wasn't your mom, who would
Mhm.
you pick to be your mom if you can pick?
If my mom wasn't my mom. Yo, that's crazy because I know my mom is my mom. I wouldn't pick nobody else but her to be my mom. She gonna watch this live, Jay. You try to you try,
Hey, mom.
you try to set me by you like you and nobody replacing you, ma. I love you.
Okay, we're gonna leave it like that then. Don't say Michelle Obama, child.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Ooh, child. I only see the guys up in here. Did the girls go away?
Yeah, shout outs to the fellas. We in the building, you heard?
All right, so the next question that I have for you here is, how would you deal with a narcissist?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't deal with a narcissist. I wouldn't deal with a person that's trying to get over, trying to take advantage, that's always playing victim. I would isolate myself from
Okay,
that person
Trish is here.
immediately.
Trish is still holding me down for my girl side. For my girl side.
Shout out to
No,
Trey.
but honestly, I have like a different perspective kind of when it comes to men, because I honestly do feel like things are much harder for men, so I hold it a bit more like dearly to me, because for women I feel like it's easier for you to kind of get help, but for a man it's kind of like you have to do your stuff. You got to be a man. You got to go outside and get it.
Make it happen.
Ladies, we have to go outside and get it too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like for the ones, like, I guess more so thinking about me, I have a really big family. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of us that can help each other out. But when it comes to like a man, they'll be like, you kind of got to be a provider,
Hmm.
which you are. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, you know what I'm
Like
saying? Yeah.
even on a
Ladies
very
here, we listening, period.
even on a low scale of things, right? If a man don't go out and make it happen, or have something substantial going for himself, the woman ain't gonna even look at you. A woman's not gonna want to be with you. You feel me? A
Oh,
woman is not gonna want to deal with you. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that's on a low scale of things. This is not even talking about being a provider for a family. You won't get to the family if you don't have the woman. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why it's like it's important. Like men, we have to go out there and make it happen because that's where the importance of a woman come in at, because we understand we can't build the family without y'all. We know we need y'all in that aspect. But in order for us to get there, we need to, be doing what we have to do for ourselves to get to that place, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Kenneth said it's been proven that when a man loses his job, it affects his self esteem greatly because he is looked at upon as a provider. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like if a woman was to lose her job, it wouldn't necessarily be the same look. And I kind of say that because a lot of girls out here, I've been seeing a lot of like different like clips of different things, and a lot of girls tend to say that it shouldn't be like 50-50. You should have to, you know what I'm saying? Or
Hmm.
they would like just completely turn it down. But when it's like the other way around, like if you're like I feel like a lot of different women for some reason, if they were with somebody and they was together for a long time and like their man got hurt and like broke their leg and their leg was like messed up for like 3 years, like some women probably would find it too hard to like stay. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I'm saying?
definitely feel like they have to leave.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question I have for you here is, if you could create a website, what would it be about?
If I could create a website, what would it be about?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's a good question. What would it be about? It'd be about what I talk about on my YouTube channel, basically. Because that's, if you look at it like that, it'd be about, you know, the importance of everybody really being equal. You feel me? Like if we're gonna go with, equal rights and women being able to do the same things men do and things like that, it got to be all around the board. It can't just be when it's beneficial for, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I would be writing a whole lot of blogs about that, creating a whole lot of videos, making a whole lot of content about that, and just informing even my young brothers to like, tap into that space, because I don't want my younger, fellas to, get caught up in dealing with certain type of women and they end up messed up in the future.
I feel that. So, for the people that don't know you here, can you tell them exactly what your channel is about?
So I speak on gender wars. Like I speak on things as far as with equality, like things being fair. I post a whole lot of what you call it, YouTube shorts. So I post a lot of videos that shows, the promiscuous woman. You feel what I'm saying? And just enlighten people on the type of women that could be respected and the type of women that we got to look out for. You feel what I'm saying? I make it clear that not all women is the same. I understand that not all women is the same, but it is a lot of women out here that be trying to hit dudes with the okey doke. So for those who didn't subscribe to my channel, go to my YouTube shorts, look at the clips, and you will see the difference between a woman that's trying to get you and a woman that's good to go.
Mhm, okay. Trish said, "Wow, that was my question, Jay. LOL." And they want to know your channel name.
Life of Stash Cash.
Hmm. I'm gonna also I don't know if I don't think I tagged you in it or anything. I should have done that, but yeah, so his name on YouTube is Stash Cash. That's STA, is it
SH.
SH?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then space
CASH.
CASH. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna check you out after the live. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in to 20 Questions with Jay. We are here with Stash Cash. Y'all make sure
Yes.
to definitely go and check him out and see what's up. So Kenneth said it's kind of like 101 classes on which women are good and those to avoid.
Those to avoid. So yeah, so just look, it's mainly on my YouTube shorts too. That's where, like, if you want to get like to know me personally and have me talk, then you go to watch the long form content. But you'll get the whole gist of it on my YouTube shorts.
Okay. So the next question I have for you here is, have you ever had a near death experience and what was it?
No, I haven't ever had a near death. I've been fortunate enough to, stay out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If the closest I would say is I was probably close to like a shootout, you feel me? But it wasn't for me, so I wouldn't say it was a near death situation for me. So I haven't really experienced a near death situation. Thank
That's
God.
good. I know, yeah. I feel like there's so many car accidents that so
Mhm.
many people are blessed to understand that not a lot of people are able to make it out of situations like that, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, just like anything. Okay. So, the next question I have for you here is what makes you cry?
What makes why you trying to put my business out there, Jay? Like I don't want people I don't cry.
Because
I'm
they're
I'm I'm
trying
I'm
to get to
strong,
know
yo.
you.
I'm strong, yo. I don't cry, yo. Nah, nah, I'm messing with you. What would make nothing would make me cry, but I thought about this, right? I'm like, if I was to have a daughter, right? And it's like maybe she would get married or a death in the family would definitely make me cry, somebody that passes away. But like my child getting married or something like that, or my son having a child or something like that, me becoming a grandfather, that'll probably make me cry. Yeah, things like that.
Hmm. Okay. Black Dad I can said, have you or had a good time here? Gotta charge my
I charge
phone
my
and take
phone.
care, everyone.
Shout
Okay.
out to you,
Take
Black Dad. I
care.
can thank you
Bye.
for being here.
So this question that I have for you is the last question here.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
guys so much for making it this far into the live. Please make sure to go and check out Stash Cash on his page. Please make sure to give him a subscribe and see what he's all about, okay?
Yes, thank you, y'all.
So you're welcome. So the last question I have for you here, which is funny how you had just said what you said. The last
Mhm.
question I have for you here is if you told your daughter to never forget something in life, what would it be?
To not ever let no man disrespect her. And to always have it's a lot, like to carry yourself in a way where she know I would want her to carry herself. It's that's more than one. It's a lot of things I would want her to remember. If I was to have a daughter, I don't have a daughter, but it's so many things I feel like I would want to teach her and would want her to remember because I know how scary it is out here to be a woman, and to also let her know that she won't ever have to have nothing to worry about as long as I'm living because I'm gonna make sure she be all right.
Okay. Well, this is the end of the segment. Do you have anything that you want to say?
Shout outs to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being here. Jay, shout outs to you. This is our second, part two interview. It's been a pleasure. It's been real. You are a professional at this, and I can't wait till you take this YouTube channel to the next level because you was doing a damn thing. So shout outs to
Oh,
you, Queen.
honey, I have plans. I have plans. Don't worry, I have plans. Yes, so let me see. Okay. So tomorrow, you guys, at 6 p.m., I have this little shed of mine. She is going to be doing 20 questions with Jay. So please make sure to check it out. And then on Friday, the 24th, I have Homeboy Trish. So make sure y'all tune in so y'all be able to get into everything. Okay.
I'm definitely tapping into that.
Most
Both of them.
definitely. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys have an amazing night.
Thank you, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Later.